this White Grim Maggard Holiday Classic that Lexington Catholic puts on, and man, what a performance by both teams tonight, Coach.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, it was, score 100, score 100 and win. But, I think we were down 7 or 8 there late, inside a minute and a half. And, PRP plays really fast. They play at one speed, and that's what we talked about. There was going to be a lot of possessions left in the game. And we got really fatigued, and just tried to keep our guys focused on extending the game as long as possible. And, I said it once, I'll say it again. I've got the best player in the state, and when it's time to go, he can do what he wants. And then when it's time to go and he flips the switch, he's as good as anybody I've ever seen or coached, and gets 50 tonight. And like I said, he gets 50, and he didn't play his best.
That's amazing, Coach. Just being able to see him, out here on the court, playing the way that he does, and it's kind of gives me that sense of when I went into the gym down in, down at the Hoop Fest, and I saw Andrew Wiggins for the first time. I mean, you kind of get that sense, Coach, that this guy is really going to be a superstar.
Yeah, I see him every day, so I know how good he is, and we don't run around. I think it's the first time I've ever said that about him being the best player in the state, but we don't run around and try to sell him. He sells himself, and the way he carries himself and the way he you have to understand he's getting the other team's best defender every single night, and they're being as physical as they can with him. And it's very hard to officiate. The referees have to decide, am I going to call a touch foul every time? And then on the flip side, he gets after the ball really hard. So it's like, do you call a foul on him every time too when he's getting the same thing on the other? And it's hard to officiate. I'm not criticizing being critical. It's hard to officiate. But he is such a matchup nightmare, and the kid's matured so much mentally and physically. I mean, he's as good as anybody.
Let's talk about PRP's performance tonight against your team. McCowan was one of those guys that showed up tonight, 39 points in the ballgame for him. We know Reed scored 50 with those last 2 free throws. You guys ended up having 100 on the board. But you had some other guys that, that contributed tonight too as well. I mean, Ryan Davidson, my goodness, 23 points for him.
Yeah, Ryan is obviously the one that gets overshadowed in it. Ryan Davidson is a tremendous basketball player that will play college basketball somewhere, and somebody will be very lucky to have him. But, he wills us there for a while when Reed kind of struggled and had a spurt there where he kind of checked out mentally. Ryan was the one that carried us, and then they just complement each other well. And those are two really good basketball players, and like I said, they just willed us to victory tonight. And we didn't. We had 2 threes coming out of the second half to send it to 9 and get some little cushion on the lead, and missed them both. And then all of a sudden it's a different game. If those go down, we go to 9 or 12, and it's a different game. But PRP puts so much pressure on you offensively and defensively. I mean, that's a tough game right there.
Very tough game. I know you got GRC up next, but I do want to mention Clay Sizemore before we talk about GRC, Coach, because he – he scored 8 tonight, but there was a lot of things that he did in the ball game that really mattered.
Yeah, he's a coach's son. His dad was the head coach at Leslie County. His brother, Adam, plays at South Alabama for my high school teammate, Richie Riley. The kid knows basketball. You look at him and people may not realize it, but he's come out and he made 2 tonight. He might make 10 tomorrow, and that's the way he played. Brody Brock, same way. I mean, comes in, lefty, makes 3 tonight, goes 3 for 4. Stays in foul trouble. It's like Lloyd Gardner came in after the King of the Bluegrass, and he said, you guys aren't a bunch of superstars, but you're fun to watch because you share the ball and you know how to play, and that's what they do.
That's true. All right, so GRC, you got Coach Cook and GRC coming up next tomorrow, Coach, in the semifinals. I think you guys match up really well with GRC. Have you had a chance to look at them at all?
Yeah, they were at the King of the Bluegrass last week. I think, just looking at it, you've got you got Ballard that's obviously up there, and Cuff Cather on a different level, and I think GRC is maybe there right under it, and then there's probably 20 of us in the rest of the pack. GRC, I think, has separated themselves a little bit. They've got 5 tremendous players that start that would be great high school players. If they were on a different team, they'd all be the best player on their team. Then they got 3 or 4 guys that come off the bench. They shoot it well. They got great point guard play, great guard play. Morton's a tough matchup, so we will certainly have our hands full, but that's why we're here. We didn't want to go somewhere where we could, bring home a big trophy and win by 33 games. We wanted to be tested, and we want to grow and get better, and get better for the regional tournament. And there's nothing better than King of the Bluegrass in this tournament to do that.
Yeah, you got a tough schedule. I mean, when you look up and down your schedule, I mean, heck, you're coming back up here to play Ballard in just a couple of weeks.
Yeah, sometimes I look at it and I question that. I think, who the heck made this schedule? But, it's good for us. I mean, we can handle it. We may not win every game, but we did that last year. We started 19-0 and went in the tournament 25-2 and came up a little bit short. So we're just going to try to get as good as we can until the till the district tournament, regional tournament gets here, and hopefully we'll get in the championship game and have a different result.
Coach, I know you're used to playing tough schedules. When you were with the LCA and you had Kyle Road and those guys on that team, and you won the All-A-State championship over there with them. I mean, you guys had the gauntlet schedule with that team. I know you're getting these guys ready for the postseason here as well, Coach. And I mean, it's just
it's easier to play. It's easier to play those games when you got really good players, and I've been blessed to coach some really, really good players.
That's true, Coach. Well, congratulations on the win tonight. I know you're gonna go back and check out GRC and
yes, sir.
Planning ahead for that, and we'll see you guys again tomorrow.
Very good. Thanks, William.
Big win, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach Nate Valentine with North Laurel. Yeah. Coach Valentine with North Laurel on the big win. And we're going to see if we can take it down to the floor here. And I think we might have Reed standing by with Paige.
I'm Paige Mahadra with Prepstons, and I'm here tonight with Reed Shepphard. Reed, how are you feeling?
I'm doing good. I'm glad we got the dub.
How do you deal with the stresses of a game like this? It was super close the whole game.
Just come out every game with the same mentality. Mainly come out and just have fun. Try not to worry about everything that's going on and just have fun and enjoy the time with my teammates.
Why do you think you all took the win tonight?
We kept fighting. Towards the end, we had some stops on defense and got some defensive rebounds, and we were just able to come together as a team and keep fighting.
Yeah. And finally, the question everyone's been waiting for. Are you excited, and are you ready to play for the University of Kentucky?
I'm very excited. But right now I have 2 more years of high school left, so I'm going to enjoy it with my lifelong friends, and then whenever that ends, I'll be more than excited to get up to Kentucky.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, Reed with Paige down there. Paige, our student intern from Madison Central, doing an outstanding job down there with everybody, and she's had 2 interviews tonight. She's a rookie on it, but does excellent job. So that's going to do it for us tonight. We'll get a Reed again tomorrow night for you guys too. I'm sure we'll have Reed post game or GRC post game. Whoever wins that game, we'll bring to you tomorrow here on the network. And we need to get Coach Cook on as well. Maybe do a pregame with everybody. How about that? We'll try to get everybody before the game, just so we get everybody on, because I hate not to get everybody on tomorrow. So we do appreciate you guys again tuning in, and it's been a fun night tonight. Been a long day of basketball here at Lexington Catholic, but we'll do it again tomorrow. Try to get a little sleep tonight. But, yeah, thanks, everybody. We really appreciate y'all. So long.